Hey everyone, today I want to talk about a question that contains of technology, ethics, and humanity. So the question is: should we let humanoid robots to take over jobs that have always been done by people? I'm talking about a real jobs like nurse, factory, and workers or caregiving, even teacher in some place. Now you might think that's way off in the future, but actually it's already happening. There are robots in hospitals assisting doctors, in factories, building cars, and even in homes helping care for the elderly. So today I want to talk about how far we should let this go and what kind of future we want to create, not just for ourselves, but for the next generation. When we say humanoid robots, we're not just talking about metal machines that hammer stuff on assembly lines. We mean robots that look and act kind of like humans. They can walk, talk, even respond to emotions. Some have face, voice, and personalities. For example, like Japan has a robot named Pepper that can recognize human emotion and interact socially. In hospital, robot can assist in surgeries, helping doctors to operate with incredible precision. In elderly homes, some robots remind people to take medicine or help them move safely. And in manufacturing, robots can work non-stop. They don't need sleep and don't get injured. So it's not wonder companies are using more of them. Honestly, it's impressive, but it also raises a big question. Just because we can replace people in certain roles, that mean we should? So let's talk about the good side, because there is one robot are incredibly useful, especially when it comes to dangerous, boring, or physically demanding tasks. They don't get tired, they don't make emotional decisions, and they can perform repetitive action perfectly, over and over again. So in manufacturing, for example, robots can weld, lift, and assemble parts faster and move precisely that human can. In terms of safety and productivity, that's a win. In healthcare, robots can assist surgeons during complex procedures with a level of precision that's actually a life-saving. Imagine a robot arm that never sags. That's powerful, right? And in caregiving, especially in places where there's a shortage of workers, robot can remind patients to take meds, call for help, and monitor health. So yes, robots are making some things better, safer, and more accessible. But there's always another side. Now, here's where things get complicated. Every time a robot takes over a job, a person might lose there. And I don't just mean someone gets fired. I mean people lose a sense of purpose, dignity, and financial stability. That's not a technical problem, it's a human one. Think about it. A factory that replaced 500 workers with a machine saves money. Sure, but what happened to those 500 people? Do they just vanish into another job? Or do they struggle for years trying to find something new? And in caregiving, robot might help physically but emotionally. That's a different story. A robot might say a good morning, did you sleep well? But it doesn't mean it doesn't care. it cannot listen with empathy or offer a comforting presence during a hard time. There are also scary questions like what happens when a robot makes a mistake? If it gives the wrong medications or make a poor judgment, who take the responsible? The software developer, the hospital, no one knows for sure. And that's a danger. Here's the thing, there are some things robots cannot replace, at least not in any meaningful way. Humans have intuition. We can understand the tone, context, and emotion. We can adapt creatively, offer emotional support, and notice things that a machine might miss completely. When someone is in pain, a robot can truly understand it. When someone is grieving, it cannot offer compassion. Those aren't features you can install. They come from being human. And even in technical work like problem solving, design, negotiation, our creativity and ability to read a situation make us valuable. Machine can follow pattern, but they cannot think outside the box like people can. So while robot might assist us, they shouldn't be expected to become us. What do we do? Uh, we strike a balance. So let's a robot do what they good at. Like for example, like lifting, calculating, precision work, monitoring, and supporting. But let humans do what we do best: feeling, adapting, connecting, and leading. In healthcare, use robot to help, but keep nurse and doctor in charge of patient's care. In caregiving, robot can help with reminders and physical support, but real humans connection should never be replaced. In factories, robots do the repetitive stuff while humans supervise, innovate, and improve process. Technology shouldn't replace people, it should empower them. And as a society, we need to support people whose jobs are at risk. That means retraining programs, education, and policies that help worker transition, not just leave them behind. Because if we're going to embrace robot, we need to take care of the human first. In a conclusion, should robot take over human jobs? Maybe, but only to a certain extent. Robots are tools, that powerful tools, but that's all they are. They don't dream, they don't love, they don't care. We need to make sure that in chasing progress, we don't lose what makes us human. Let's build a future where technology and humanity move forward together, not one where we compete against our own creation. Let robots do the heavy lifting, the precision work, the late night monitoring, but let us lead with wisdom, heart, and compassion. Because in the end, robot might be able to do the work, but they'll never replace the soul behind it. I think that's all that I want to say. Thank you.